welcome back to another SimpleRockets 2 video. Today's video, there'll be some explosions, some fails, whatever this is, not too sure what happened for that to happen, and, yeah, that again, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, you can see I was kind of confused when that happened, so, yeah, that's always a bonus, but first thing we're gonna be doing, ditching that lander design. It's not gonna work. Second thing we're gonna do, redesign this thing. Or first take off the support structures, then we'll redesign. See, I'm going for a two-stage kind of style on here. One descent and one ascent. Descent and ascent. I hope you could hear that clearly between the two. If you can't, just trust me, I said it. They're going up and then they're going downward. Alright? Alrighty. Let's continue on with the build here. Didn't want to make the rocket too much bigger than it already was, because I was afraid if thrust to weight ratio and crap would change and be terrible now. Sorry for that little bit of goof there. That happens from time to time when I'm building things. But, yeah, and here we go. There we go. Here we go, there we go. Of course I had to say it like that. Whoopsie. But, engine is on. Tweak these engines for maximum performance. You should too. It would really help you out in your own space program. As you can tell, this is the Doggy Dev space program, or it's now known as, the Drew Space Force or something? I forget. But I'm definitely going to change it. Definitely. And I was playing around a little bit extra just to see what else I could do. And I had, I could, let's see, I'll word it. Made a training craft. Haven't flown it yet, but looks pretty beautiful, and I'll have an upcoming video where I'm going to be using it. It's part of the astronaut selection. So not only will they be chosen from the wheel, they will also be chosen based on successful or not. If they're not successful, they're not going to go. If they are successful, well, they're going to go. Just makes sense that way. On the moon, that's a dangerous place. So I gotta not get wrecked on the moon. Who knows, there could just be a random cheese hole in there and you just fall straight through the cheese. You never know. Because for all I know right now, this moon is made out of cheese. Can't really roam around on it much, because the rovers, they kind of got wrecked. And you've noticed, I'm sure you've noticed, that this series, is this like a new speed build series? No. It's just rebranding the speed builds. Make it a little more interesting. And I'll also show the testing of my rockets too. Which I think is kind of cool. So here we go, fast forwarding, getting ready to land. Here you could already see a fatal flaw in this thing. The landing legs were shorter than the actual, where the engine came down to. So I had to push that up a little further, and I made the legs deploy at a sharper angle, so that way they get more, they would seem a little bit longer kind of thing. And you'll see when I touch down, the engine's gonna explode. It's gonna make a little puff on the bottom. And here's where I realized my first flaw. It's not working right. I goofed the staging. Because I thought everything was right looking at the icons and crap, but nope. It's wrong. Very, very wrong. Kind of sad. But later I found out how to do it. Because I've always known how to do it. You've seen me do it, I'm pretty certain. I don't think you've seen me set stages up, but I've done it before. And here we go, slow-mo death. Ready for this? go. I tried separating the stages maybe to get safe, but no, it failed. Here comes the rocket, exploding into the ground and dies. Yep, that's not good. Alright, second attempt. We landed on the dark side, I think. Yeah, it was a dark side landing. I usually don't like to do those because it's just not good for recording quality and I can barely see where the ground is. I just go off the altitude meter, which I'd rather see where the ground is to know how high up I am. And because altitude meters can be deceiving. You see 1,000, it's like, oh, that's a lot. Then you look down and the ground is like right next to your face. Sure, if you've played any space game or whatever, or anything with height, and you could actually tell how high it was and stuff, you know those altitude meters are very deceiving. Now right here, I almost stick it, but not quite. It's kind of sad. So we're lowering, just going very slow. Gonna get there though, I know it. Here we go, just start fuel transferring because that's another issue. Oh look, just whacked on the ground. You see the engine explode? And we're falling over. And death any moment. There we go, dead. Here's another landing attempt. This one, the engine's gonna explode. I think it's this one. I hope it's this one. Because that was just not, like in one of those moments where we're like, no, my hard work, dead. There you can see even better. The engine's poking out further than the legs. Yeah. If you know anything about physics and crap, usually that's not a good sign when your engine's poking out more than the legs are. And oh, dead. Here we go, another attempt. So this video is going to be filled with landing attempts and explosions. And some weird fails and just whatever the heck. Boosters flying off into the distance. I don't know. And then here we go. You might notice that it's 7 times speed instead of 2 times speed. Well, I changed that. You can do that in settings if you want to. And boop. Oof. See, I would have stuck the landing if it wasn't for the engine. And you see here, this is where the sad comes in, and it's just so sad. Because here I go, just gonna refuel real quick. But to no avail. The gyro and the thing's not strong enough. Probably need one at the base, but that wouldn't be too realistic because fuel will be flowing through a steel ball. And that's not realistic at all. And there we go. There's some debris just orbiting. And I'd really like to land one of the actual landers. Because these are just test flights. They're not actually counting towards the legit series. So, yeah, I really want to land next to one of the landers. But I don't know if I will be able to. Well, I guess we'll see. And here we go. The sad takes in. I tried somehow to get back on my feet. And I realized it doesn't work. Command pod. Boom. But the booster just goes on its merry way, doing whatever the heck it wants to. So here we go. Here's the edits. And you see here what I mean by make the angle a little sharper, you'll see. I'll bring the legs, deploy angle a little bit further. And just to let you know, it's not staying at 30. I know it's not staying at 30. I think I turned it up to 35. Because I thought that wouldn't be too stable. Yeah. Alright. Now let's cut to another landing. Or at least an attempt. It was so close, it was painful. Look, there. No, no, no. 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 Crap. And then we're dead. And something stupid's gonna happen. Something real stupid. Just watch this. It's so stupid, it's kind of funny. You know what? It's there. There's the stupid thing. Just the booster doesn't know what to do with itself, and it just throws itself off screen. And then I look at it again, being like, "Hey man, what you doing that for? Don't pick me up." Booster's like, "You know what? I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with this anymore." And then just flies away, never to be seen ever again. It's a very sad story. I guess that concludes this landing attempt. I mean, it worked. We're on the moon in one piece, kinda. But not good enough. And here we go. Let's edit some stuff. Alright. Here we go. Landing legs. I knew it was going to go out to 35. There we go. 35 degrees for deployment. And now we're on to another landing attempt. You wonder what those bubbles, what the percentages are? Those are fuel transfer. So I'm draining fuel out of the ascent stage tanks into the descent stage tanks. I don't know how this is going to work, but I'll find a way to get it to work. And I think that this one may have been another a very painfully close one. Not too sure. Alright. Here we go, we're coming down. This is looking like a very steep hill. And it's a very steep hill. How could I tell that? Well, just look at how the land is. You could see. And there we go. It's a very steep hill, sadly. So I tried to touch down, it didn't work. So here we go. Boop. And uh-oh. Now I try to kick the booster in action just to kind of keep it stable. That's mainly what I was trying to do for this thing. Just keep it stable, because boosters flopping over gets really irritating. Especially when you're trying to land them on a thing with next to no gravity. And there's it, just sad and depressed, laying on the floor. Lunar soil, just being like, "Oh, this is human tech. Get away from here. Disgusting." And then my true anger kicks in. What was I thinking? I shot the rocket probably at a lunar civilization that I haven't discovered yet. You just don't know where those things are going. I guess in a way, I still rescued the crew. They're alive on the capsule, but no way to get home. So in a way, they're also stranded. And that's concludes the testing for this video anyway, and I hope you enjoyed it, because it was a lot of fun to make. And here we go. Let's edit the last bit of this. And there we go. Deploy speed. I don't think I changed that. Whoopsie. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video, which might be coming out today. Don't know. Goodbye.